Work's been going okay.
Yeah.
At Area 51.
Right. That's my current gig.
I thought you were like under a. I mean, I know. Like, don't worry, I'll cut all this out. But I know you're under an NDA for that, right? Like working.
Yeah,
for
those are
51.
actually basically bullshit.
Oh, they are.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
really?
anybody can read between the
NDA.
lines.
More like not do anything. Am I right?
Plus, like we all sign a fake name on those anyway.
Yeah. Wilt Chamberlain.
Is that where the moniker of Alex Chorney comes from?
Yes. That is true.
Okay.
Because it's just close enough that they wouldn't notice.
It's not really as interesting as everyone's making it out to be, though. Everyone's making like a lot of fuss.
Well, I mean, it's probably because like that whole thing about the former space security chief being in Israel saying like we're being denied admission to the Galactic Federation because humans suck.
Yeah, the Galactic Federation actually didn't accept my job application. Area 51 picked me up though.
Oh, okay, cool.
So that's like the B team.
Yeah, we're like the F team.
Oh,
okay. Now, I mean, we've talked. I mean, we've talked on this podcast about your job at Area 51 before, right? I mean,
I feel like maybe it's coming.
Maybe I've cut it out of episodes. I don't know, because we're at like okay.
I mean, you're obviously going to edit this out.
Well, I have to. I'm gonna try, but like we're at the 11th hour. Like I'm literally recording this the night before we release the episode, and I'm when I say night before, I mean like it's gonna be midnight in like an hour and 20 minutes. So
he's gonna have to literally live edit this podcast while it's being uploaded. It's just like moving like and splicing things right as like they get uploaded.
So I have to be careful as I do almost every recording when you edit it out, say anything anti-Semitic.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh,
but of course. I mean, it just really you gotta. For my sake, you gotta watch yourself this time, Alan. Like you're on thin ice, Cheney.
Yeah, but like I can still keep my patented anti-Irish humor, right?
Totally.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I can let that slide.
I'm really surprised they approved you for that patent, by the way.
I'm not sure who approved you for that patent, but I mean, who's they anyway?
Some Mick.
I was approved by Patent O'Brien.
Damn.
Oh no! Okay,
I'll never be allowed to travel to Ireland, which is a damn shame because I really want to go.
Well, we're never going to be able to travel to Ireland anyway because COVID is still a thing.
So I can be as like rude as I want, and it won't matter.
Well, it won't. Yeah, because also I'm cutting all this out of the episode because this is not a good cold open. We got to do a better cold open because I have something like specific in mind. But like,
yeah. We'll get to that in a minute. Seriously though, Alan, I've been meaning to ask you a very important question.
Please, come on.
What the hell is in Area 50?
11 inches. Oh,
I mean, that's good to know too.
Who's in control?
Yeah, no, I mean, if this is being edited out, I'm fine to tell you.
Yeah, and it would be nice if we could.
Taffy.
What?
What do you mean by taffy? Like,
just taffy. A lot of taffy.
Ben, don't worry about it. This is old news. Like, people aren't going to hear about this. Like, we've talked about this. I mean, I know maybe you have this. Yeah, I knew this. This is like the first thing Alan told me when we met.
Yeah, Area 51's just full of taffy.
Alan, I feel like you've been holding this information back from me, and I'm a little bit hurt. But please tell me more. Like,
we've only been on a couple episodes together.
I know, but like
you were also stranded on like Indiana Jones for like 2 hours. But
yeah.
I mean, that's where true bonds are formed, is when you're stuck on a Disney ride together.
Let's see. I was stuck on Indiana Jones. I had mentioned previously I had an edible. You were like, "Hey, Alan, what do you do for a living?" I said, "Area 51's full of taffy." And you laughed.
I feel like
you laughed.
I feel like you told me that, and then you pulled out one of those like Men in Black like mind wipe things.
You get when you work there. Look, this is like we've had this conversation before, or at least I have. I don't remember if you were okay, I mean, I don't know if you talked about that because I was busy looking around at all the scenery or whatever, but like honestly,
I think perhaps you disregarded it because you said, "Hey, what do you do for a living?" And I just went, "Area 51 is full of taffy."
Yeah, which doesn't exactly answer my question. It gives me a
like, you're like, okay,
yeah. It was kind of you know, as conversations go, like that was kind of it came off very strong. Like, okay, next topic, and I continue to review you for your spot as co-host. You know, we moved on to other questions. Can we do the again? I'm sorry. I realize that probably all this is going to go in choice drags. Like, let's be real.
I mean, you're going to have to keep bleeping.
I mean, it really. This paywall is not going to prevent me from being assassinated. This paywall is not bulletproof.
Are they going to garrote you with taffy? Is that what's going to happen?
This paywall is no Pope-mobile, that's for sure.
Welcome to Undercooked Analysis.
If someone comes to my bedroom and there is no trace of me, save for an effigy of me made of Laffy Taffy.
Oh, they like freaking Goldfinger you, but like you're just like etched in taffy.
Yes.
This is a show where at the 11th hour we record episodes. It's very important though that I take the time especially for new listeners who might be confused to kind of explain who we are and what we do. So, but it's too late. It's too late at this point. Like,
it's too late.
We late at night.
No introduction. Everyone knows who we are. There's not a human being on Earth who hasn't listened to this yet.
That is true. But just in case this goes out to the Galactic Federation, I am David King. I'm joined by my co-host, motherfucking Alan Cheney.
Hi, how's it going? Area 51's full of taffy. God damn it!
Ah! Now we have to start over again.
That's David. I'm Alan. There's no taffy in Area 51.
Well, now they're going to suspect something when you say it that way.
Oh, shut up. This works.
just okay. Look. And this is Benjamin Spiegel.
Hello. I also believe that there is no taffy in Area 51.
Okay, I have to edit the shit out of this episode, guys. Can we need to put more pizzazz on the intro? Like, come on.
Okay.
Yeah, come on. Okay.
This is Ben Spiegel. He's my Ben Spiegel. He's my tag team partner at our group, the Shit Boys.
I'm a little shit boy. Have sex with me.
The phrase that sold 1 million wrestling fans 1 billion T-shirts. That's right. 1 million people bought like so many T-shirts each.
The part was the T-shirts they all bought didn't even have that saying on it. They were just pictures of George Kennedy's face.
Yeah, that's another important question I meant to ask you. Like, before we start this, I need to know: are you wearing your shirt?
I am.
So am I.
Oh yeah.
See, that's part of the initiation process is that we have to wear these for 3 weeks straight.
Okay, I get it. I'm not sure anybody else does. But again, these are conversations that were probably cut out in editing.
David, I smell awful.
I'm sorry we're verbal shit. Real talk, I'm sorry we're verbal shit posting our way through an intro you had in mind.
It's okay. It's working out beautifully, honestly. Although that should work. This will be fine.
Okay.
This will be fine.
Okay.
This will be good. Yeah.
Anybody who wants their own George Kennedy shirt, please send me a Tostino's.
Tostinos.
Do they make pizza rolls or some shit? Like they make hot pockets
or
something?
I know Totino's does, but Tostinos makes.
Okay, give me sandwich together. Tostitos with a piece of cheese in the middle, microwave it, put it in a bag to my address, which is common knowledge. Send it to my house, and then I'll send you a George Kennedy T-shirt.
Also, or you could do what we did to get these shirts, which is like at 2 a.m. Google George Kennedy shirts.
I mean that's a patented secret amongst us who are in the GKDK.
Right. Petroni lives.
The GKDK.
Actually, is it GKDC? Not DK.
GKDC, yeah.
George Kennedy Donkey Kong?
Yeah.
Yes.
So
He's finally here, performing for you. He played Petroni and Dragline too. Hey, George Kennedy.
Patroni.
this is a show in which things happen.
I haven't even been sent a link for a story yet.
Yeah, that's right. I have to put the link to the story in the chat. So
I'm pretty sure it's this link to the Frasier opening with Evangelion.
A listener submitted that. That's what the story they wanted to say. Actually, this story that we are critiquing. By the way, this is going to be some sort of spoopy story that we are critiquing, and looking at, analyzing, and doing our thing. This was actually sent to us by Holly Stittle, our patron, Holly Stittle, and Holly writes, "This was written by my friend Alice Moulin or Moulin Rouge. Maybe it's pronounced like that.
Let's get down to business."
To defeat the Huns. And I think you may find it interesting. Sorry, Alice, I didn't mean to butcher that. Now, I hope Holly got permission from Alice to bring this onto our show. I'm going to trust Holly on this one, but if Alice comes out and says, hey, you big idiots, don't read this, take it down, Listen, say, it's too late.
If you messed with us and you sent in a story that doesn't belong to you, that they didn't want shared, let's just say there's an FBI taffy gun with your name on it.
A taffy garrote with your name on it.
So if this whole episode cuts off here, and it's just been three idiots talking bullshit about Taffy and George Kennedy. We did not get permission to read this story. And we are so sorry we put you through all of that to get here.
It would have been a quality cold open.
Honestly, brevity is the soul of wit, which we have not been at all. We have not been brief.
When are we ever brief on this show? It's what we... So, I lost my train of thought. I'm just trying to... Does everyone get the link, by the way? Just checking.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, go.
Is it this thing that like it looks like a website that I click on?
Yes.
Okay. No one's ever sent me a link before.
I've sent you Zelda, not Link.
Well, okay.
Thank you for the pity. Thank you for the pity.
It's me, princess.
I can force out a laugh at any point.
Well,
in time.
Excuse me, princess. That's my best impression of it, honestly.
Is it this story called the Bazinga?
I was literally about to make the same joke.
The story is actually titled the Dezingela. The Dezingela? The Dezingela.
The Dezingela?
Wait, the Dezingelian?
The Dezingela.
This bodes well for your story, Alice.
Again, Holly, we're trusting you on this one, that you sent it on behalf of your friend Alice.
Yeah, Alice, I'm sorry.
Alice, we love you.
I don't know you.
I appreciate, right off the bat, I want to say I really appreciate that the title of the story has been written in Cursiva font.
Oh.
Like, that's
fancy.
A nice touch.
I mean, yeah, well, it's always nice to differentiate the title from the rest of the text. I often have trouble when I'm reading books confusing the title for being part of the story.
I mean, it happens.
Yeah. I mean, it just has no periods. I just assume that it's continuing a very large sentence.
Yes. That's the largest of large sentences. What is a book if not just a really, really long paragraph?
I mean, my favorite part is the copyright at the beginning, but
yeah,
we'll get into that later.
Okay.
They did nothing with the Lord of the Rings books did nothing with the character of J.R.R. Tolkien, who they mention at the beginning of every single one.
What a waste. It's a great name.
Oh yeah. I'm curious what it's going to mean though. The Dezingela. I'm going to say the we'll pronounce it every different way, and at least at one point we'll get it right.
Watch, it's actually in a
this is not Alice's
one of those dialects with clicks and such in it, so there's no possible way we could pronounce this correctly with any English verbiage.
We just gotta work. We gotta read it. We gotta spell it out backwards so we can read it backwards and then play it. Play it when it plays backwards. It sounds forwards like Twin Peaks.
Yeah, exactly. And it says Jimi Hendrix did 9/11. It sounds like a non sequitur, but if you Google it, you'll find absolutely nothing because I'm pretty sure that's something that like. I mean, I can't be positive, but I could be pretty sure that no one has ever blamed Jimi Hendrix for 9/11.
I mean, you and your conspiracy theories.
I drift in a purple haze. I mean, languid haze. Sorry. I drift in a languid haze. Beams of light flit across my eyelids, rousing me. I open my eyes to see the canopy above me, sheltering me from the blistering sun. I had fallen asleep on the roof, as was my habit, and now I look out across the town over sandstone parapets. The heat from the desert does not bother me. It never bothered my kind.
The heat never bothered me anyway.
I'm gonna take a wild shot in the dark. I'm gonna say person is a Fremen from Dune.
Oh, we're getting into some fan fiction then.
Yeah. Well, because they said my kind. It's hot sun. I assume there's a desert.
If the next paragraph, we'll know for sure if the next paragraph mentions spice and or worms.
Yeah. This is definitely a Jacob's Dune.
As I look,
sorry. No, you take it.
No. You know what? You take it. Here you go.
You already started it.
No. Now it's yours.
All right. Well, here comes Benjamin with a steel chair. As I look out at the sky, I see yet again another brilliant blue emptiness. Birds trace sparse, glittery black lines behind them in the air. I smile at the patterns. To everybody else, the empty sky is just that, empty. According to the temple, I'd been born blessed with a rare gift. I am a Bene Gesserit. I'm a Bene Gesserit witch.
You started to say I've been born breast with a
I've been born breast with a rare gift.
I was about to say a rare grift, and I'm like, wow, you just know how to do a grift right out of the womb? You know how to grift people?
I'm pretty sure that's how L. Ron Hubbard was born. I could see the past. Oh God, fuck. Okay,
the story is actually
George
pretty
Kennedy,
competent.
Damn it!
Since the story, I will say, in complete seriousness, the story is actually just from these first couple paragraphs. Story is pretty competent so far. I'm interested. We're just fucking idiots, and we stumble over everything we read. So
yeah, keep in mind, this is a cold read. This is the first time I've ever seen these words in this order spelled this way.
I've never read before in my life.
Alan is a savant.
Yeah, he's just good at guessing what words sound like.
It's like when you read music, or it's like when you play music by ear.
Yeah, he reads words by sight.
This story's never getting read.
Oh God,
we're on the top of page 1, and this is 10 pages.
Oh wow! All right. Let me get going then.
Okay.
According to the temple, I just to get this out of my head, I was thinking about Legends of the Hidden Temple. So according to the Legends of the Hidden Temple, I had been born blessed with a rare gift. I could see the pathways left by beings as they wandered through the world, like a piece of string ever trailing behind them. I always liked the sky. The lines in the air were pretty and sporadic and did not spoil the view too much. Again, not theory wrong. Like, they are definitely high on spice and seeing like the alternate paths of humans.
It's true. We're getting close. You ready for my? Y'all ready for my paragraph?
Oh my God, I cannot wait.
Yet the town was another thing.
Yeah! Whoa! Oh my God!
Thank you.
Man, it's like David knows how to read or something.
My job for the day was to take the sled down to the river. It wasn't a nice task. We need the mud from the river. Mud that had cooked in the sunlight. We use it to make bricks. This is what we needed it for. Sorry.
No, it's okay. This
is really precisely written, but like that felt a little awkward. Maybe it's Maybe it's an intentional language thing.
Yeah, that's what I think. Like, I guess that's why I want to keep going, because I need to see that with the additional context.
Yeah.
So
we need the mud from the river, mud that had cooked in the sunlight. We use it to make bricks. That is what we needed it for. Bricks are what we need it for. Bricks are what we make with the mud that's cooled in the sunlight.
The mud that comes from the river that comes from the ocean that.
It's a backwards river.
There's a hole at the bottom of the sea. The night prior, a large gray beast had rampaged through the town. It smashed into our enclosed yard, and our animals had fled.
The animals.
My Equat, my family, has set out to find them, but with my gift, I am too precious to allow too far away. So I must go to the river and get my hands coated in mud and dust. It takes a long time to wash that away.
Okay, this is interesting. I'm still not sure where this is going, but we got a neat desert setting.
Yeah.
I'm down
now
for
there's
that.
a 50% chance that it's either like a Dune fiction or a Na'vi like Avatar fiction.
It's at the very least right now you could say Dune adjacent.
Right? Yeah, it's Dune adjacent. Like, I can't wait for the sandworms to show up. I go out to the yard and look again at the rubble by the southern wall. I sigh and climb over it. Rather than using rather than using the now pointless wood gate, there is a clang, a ringing, a sharp pain. I gasp. One of my horns had caught on an overhanging brick, knocking it down onto my foot. The horn makes a quiet ringing noise that makes me clasp my hand over it to make it stop. I lose my footing and slide down the other side of the rubble. I do not pay much heed to it. I am too busy cringing at the sound, yet still. I hate it. The sound burrows into your skull, and you'd be hearing it for days. As it dissipates, I notice my ankle. The reddy black skin has a cut in it, along with a splinter of wood. Smoke is billowing in small amounts from the wound. I groan at the pain. I'm now aware of... Oh, I did that with a very weird, like...
I feel like that should be a period right there. There's a comma, which is kind of throwing me off.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay, so smoke is billowing in small amounts from the wound. I groan at the pain I am now aware of.
There we go.
I must have cut myself on a broken piece of a support beam or that falling brick.
Do
you want me to read like this next like sentence so that you can get like a decent sized paragraph?
Sure, I'd appreciate that.
Yeah. I want you to get a good chance to use your beautiful voice.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
I
said that very aggressively. You're welcome.
Get some big meaty words in that mouth of yours.
Yeah. I grab some cloth and cover up the wound as best I can. I see the soot beginning to spread upon the cloth with a sizzle. That will clot it up soon, I hope.
So could you imagine having horns that were hollow to the point where if you banged your like they're just sitting on the top of your head or whatever, you bang them into something, it resonates, and you have to hear that like slowly fade over time, I mean,
that's why I like sawed mine off years ago. So
yeah, I understand. I mean, that was trendy at the time, but I don't know, the natural horn thing just works better. In my opinion, for me at least.
I was just born with them, asshole.
I think
it wasn't a fashion statement. I was cursed. I am the spawn of the devil, you asshole.
This is not a phase, Mom.
I mean, to be fair, you pull it off. My kind has always bled this way. Baby, I was bled this way. Our nature is that of fire and heat. We are not like the normal denizens of this world. I mean, we kind of gather that. Our origins lie elsewhere. According to the priests, that is how my ability came about. Our crossing over to this world all that time ago led us to living in a dimension we do not belong in. We are out of our space. As I looked out into the street before me, past the sled, I see others of my kind walking through town. As they walk, I see them blur and part space. The invisible meat of the dimension parts for them. I always wondered what exactly they were.
That's an incredible sentence. The invisible meat of the dimension parts for them.
This feels very like heavy sci-fi, weirdly enough, or like surreal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I'm pretty sure Alan played for Invisible Meat.
Yes, it's true.
One of the rare times when Alan did keyboard though instead of bass, if I recall.
True. It was keytar actually, but I had it set to the bass function.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. So you went through the Casio settings, found slap bass, and
Yes.
yeah, that was great. I always wondered what exactly they were. Are they a physical track left in some kind of invisible space? Are they an absence of space? It is likely the former, because when I look at them, I can tell who is who. I can focus on them, and it brings to mind things about them. Casual observations of a people watcher who can see their after trails, I guess.
I mean, he says the beings like them, so I
want to know about these strangers like me.
I want to know about these other devil creatures like me.
I just pick I this is a bad thing, but I can't help but picture tieflings.
I see. Weirdly enough, I was thinking of Dragonborn.
Oh, okay. Hey, that could work too, but yeah.
Except this time, there's a string I don't know there. It traced its way between buildings. It wound back on itself, weaving. Hugo weaving.
Samara weaving.
It is as if somebody was slipping between the houses, trying to avoid notice. With a sinking feeling, I noticed that it came close to my home, very close. It skirts around it again and again. I shudder. Was something watching us? I hope I am thinking about it too much. I seize the sled, shaking off the feeling of eyes on my back. I push the sled down the riverbank, keeping my eyes away from the shadows. There can't be anything there, I tell myself.
So let me see if I understand this correctly. Our protagonist is seeing a after trail of someone, but they don't see the person who left the trail, and it's making them nervous.
That's the feeling I'm getting.
Okay.
Like it's a trail that they do not recognize, which I guess is weird for them.
They can see everybody else's trays.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. We were doing so many funny ha-has at the beginning. I want to make sure I'm like actually like, okay, getting involved with the story here so I can like, drink it in. So
start a relationship with the story, buy it a home in Florida.
I would never buy any story a house in Florida, but I wouldn't do that to anybody. Ayo.
Wow. Dude.
Ayo.
Way to shit on the state that gets shit on.
I mean,
it's shit.
To be fair,
I lived there. It sucked.
Listen, I got nothing.
Alan, if you please.
Wait, didn't you just read?
Oh, wait, no, you did that one. You're right. I'm sorry.
It's me. I'm the one who reads.
That's true. You actually do read, whereas Alan just kind of assumes.
Yeah. I gotta say, Alan, that was pretty good, but you missed like 17 words that were very vital. But like, you know what? We'll just let people assume what those are.
It's gonna be terrible the day I really get it wrong.
I mean, working at Area 51, what's the worst that can happen?
It's gonna catch up to me eventually. I push my sled down to the riverbank. Applesauce poop pants, California.
That's a strange sentence, but sounds right. Looks right. At the riverbank, I'm alone. Most people are busy tending to the damage caused by yesterday's stampeding beast. I see sled marks in the ground, and I groan. It means I left it too late, and that everybody has claimed the mud here. Mud is never in short supply, of course, but I need mud baked in the sun. If I'm late to the river, like I am now, then I'll have to head to the outskirts near the town's wall. Before I manage to shift the sled, I pause, looking at the riverbank. There are many crisscrossing lines and tracks here, and it gives me a headache even looking at it. But ignoring the lines and looking at the floor, I see something curious. Among the regular cloven hoof prints of my kind is another kind of print. The most dangerous creature is man. I'm calling it right now. They overlap the hoofed prints, suggesting these are fresher. They're large three-toed prints. Okay, it's not man. I'm sorry.
The three-toed man.
The incredible three-toed man.
I was about to say, no, the three-toed man.
Three-toed man is the monster.
They're
We're about to learn the origin of the Dezingela, the three-toed man.
They are large three-toed prints, like a bird's, except the size of them would suggest a beast as big as I am. I shudder to think what made them, but looking around, I can't seem to single out anything else unusual, and I can't stay. I have to get this job done. I'm 2 days away from retirement.
Dude, I would be terrified if I saw a big, like, three-toed prince like that, because I'd be looking like, oh shit, is there a cassowary out there? Those things will fuck you up. Like, I saw one at the zoo, and I'm like, that is a dinosaur. That is straight up a dinosaur.
They're like fucking raptors, man.
Yeah, they're horrifying and awesome, but horrifying.
I had an ostrich like attacked my car once.
Whoa, what?
Damn. I was at like one of those. It was like a drive-through animal sanctuary or whatever, where like they have a bunch of exotic animals that you can't see in other places.
I didn't think those existed anymore, which is
well, they exist in Texas, so I don't know if it's a thing here anymore. But...
Oh, okay. Well, I think that explains everything because Ben, all my exes live in Texas. That's why I hang my hat in Tennessee.
Oh, gotcha. I mean, all
so
your
what attacked your car was probably actually one of my exes. So.
Like, I don't know how this times out because there's a bit of a delay, but we probably said that same joke at the same time.
You probably. Anyway, is it me?
I believe so.
Yes.
All right. I grumble to myself as I drag the sled along the riverbank, cursing my laziness. I arrive at the outskirts before too long and begin to shovel the dried mud I find into the sled. There's not as much here as I'd hoped, but it should be enough to at least fix up that wall. I glance beyond the walls, where the river flows out into the sky. Gods, I love that view. So vast and empty, with only a few lines to... I start.
What a heathen, believing in multiple gods.
Yes, many much godson.
I mean, we all know there's only one god, and his name is Petroni.
Expecto Patroni. By the way, if anyone wants any resolution to that in joke, you're not going to get it.
Yeah, never.
Not from me.
Nope.
The only way to get a resolution is to be part of it, and the only way to unlock the key to life is by watching all of the Airplane movies in order 18 times in a row.
And then also Cool Hand Luke.
Yes, and Cool Hand Luke. Only once, though.
Yeah. And then never again.
If you watch it again, you'll forget the secret to life.
Anyway, alabaster hemorrhage, feline taco sauce penis.
Damn, you're doing really good.
Beyond the walls, in the distance, is one of the glittery black lines. It's the same thing that was around my home this morning, and by the riverbed. The same creature. It seemed like it came from out into the desert. I can tell which way the creature came and went from looking and focusing on the line. It came from out into the desert. But that doesn't make sense. Sorry, I was just... The language here, I can tell it's intentional, but it kind of...
It's throwing me a little bit. I'm with you. Yeah.
What is this, a Clockwork Orange?
But that doesn't make sense. Nothing lives out there. Nobody from here even goes out that way. I can tell from the lack of lines that far out. Everybody comes and goes from the south, but this line leads in from... It traces across the desert and then follows the river, and then slips into the water and into the town.
Oh, Fishman.
Okay, so you see, this is actually kind of a neat way to explore the idea of one person knowing that there's something uncanny going on. I followed its magic trail.
Pretty sure Willie Nelson does that every day. And then, in horror, I see a face in the foliage across the river from me. It was George Kennedy?
Oh, And I fell to the ground in prostration.
I prostrated myself. It is not the face of one of my kind, if I can even call it a face. It looked like the head of a large bird with bulbous, black binocular eyes staring right at me. I stand transfixed, taking in all the features I can make out. A hook-tipped beak, long and thick, jet black feathers that seem to almost absorb light, giving it an almost bluish sheen.
Oh shit, it's a cassowary. Get the fuck out of there.
Oh my god, it's one of David's exes! Get the fuck out of there!
Chloe, no!
God damn it, Bessie! And finally, the coldness of its stare. It is so unmoving.
I was unmoved.
And then the comma?
There's a couple little comma. Like, I mean, for a draft,
Yeah.
Like,
Just so people at home who can't read this have context, it is so unmoving with a comma, and then there's no sentence after that in a paragraph break.
Throwing me a little bit, but that's all right.
Yeah. I mean, like, we all. I mean, it could be intentional. I don't think so, but like, just wanted to let you know so you have the full context. We all make mistakes.
Especially
I don't,
us.
but you can.
My mistake was starting this podcast. I stand preparing myself to run. Well, my mistake was agreeing to do this with 40 minutes to midnight and I still have to edit. I stand preparing myself to run, and then I start again as the creature rises from the brush but does not move. Across its feathered chest are harnesses and dust-painted markings. In its right hand, it holds a club-ended spear. In its left, it has a hooped rope. It looked like a hunter. I let out an involuntary gasp as it screeches to me. No, past me. I turn to see another club for a fraction of a second before it hits me in the stomach. Another one of these strange birdmen is standing there. It lets out a sibilant hiss through its scarred beak. Winded, I double over and feel rope winding around me. I struggle, but with a crack, everything goes dark. Oh shit, this took a turn.
I mean, I feel like we now need to know, like, what do you think the noise is that these birds make? Okay, that's pretty good. Alan?
Hey!
All right, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Here's what I think the sound that they make is. Petroni lips.
That's good. That's good. I thought I want to retcon my answer. Here's what I think these huge birds sound like.
Okay.
Oh hi, welcome to Sesame Street.
Oh fuck you. I think they actually sound like the crate dragon noise that Obi-Wan makes in the latest Blu-ray version of Star Wars.
Yes, the sound of the crate dragon.
You gotta put more reverb on that at the end. Just saying.
Didn't the one in the Mandalorian kind of sound like that though?
Did it? I
don't remember
if they made the noise or not. Which, in all fairness, I feel like I would have like leapt out of my seat if I heard that noise. I'd be like, oh my god!
We hit a page break on this last one. I just realized, but we are now on page. We're about halfway.
Mm-hmm. We're getting there.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying the ride, so
me too.
I'm not in any rush to end this.
I'm concerned about our horned protagonist, our horned and cloven-hoofed protagonist.
I'm not. They worship multiple gods that aren't George Kennedy.
So is this hell?
What if it is hell? That could be interesting.
I mean in the story.
Yeah.
No. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
not being on this podcast.
I mean, it does feel like it sometimes, but like right now, I can totally get behind the fact that this story could be set in hell. But yeah, this podcast, always hell. Always. You get used to it.
I mean, like, if this is hell, then call me the devil because I want to get by this podcast every night. Did you not know that the devil is a power button?
Who's reading?
Alan, it's your turn.
Cool. I wake in a darkened room. I have a vague memory of seeing my legs trailing in the sands, but I cannot tell if it was real or imagined. My wrists burn in pain as something hard presses into them, cutting my skin. My shoulders feel a great strain, a weight. It's so painful, tearing, ripping. With a start, I realize I can't feel the floor. I must be strung up by my wrists. I try to shift my wrists so the cuffs dig in on the other side. The pain is tremendous. I struggle more, and with a final struggle, and with some thinking of metal, I shift them.
You're making too much noise.
The voice makes me freeze. It's Dr. Claw. It's deep. And I gasp when I realize the voice wasn't actually speaking.
Hush now. If they hear us, they'll come check on us. Trust me, we don't want that.
I look around. I'm in a dark, circular room, a kind of hut? Jabba the Hutt? I can smell the desert air from outside. And
then I see them. A strange person strung up, as I assume I must be, across the room from me. They have long, dark, dreadlocked hair. I've seen this on the orcs from the south, but they are tieflings. I've seen this on the orcs from the south. Their skin is dark brown, even black, and they are much shorter than an orc. I have no idea what they are, and I open my mouth to ask.
Dude, shut up. Be silent. We don't want the raptors coming back in, trust me.
Wow, so informal. I blink, surprised. Their mouth had not moved at all. I am unsure of what to do or say. I'm helpless. My expression must have betrayed this because their dark-eyed glare now softens.
I am sorry for what has happened to you. I do not know who or what you are, but let me explain it to you. Let me explain it so you at least understand what is happening. You have some kind of gift, do you not? Something like how I talk to you in your head.
Oh my God! They're gonna form like the D&D X-Men.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
I pause, but then nod my head.
These raptor men, they call themselves the Dezingela.
The Denzel Washington.
The Evangelion.
The Denzel Washington. They are a sect or a cult, and they haunt people like us. It doesn't matter if they are human or orc or whatever the hell you are. If they have some kind of power or gift, then they want us.
They look at me and then sigh.
Sorry, bro. Our fate is food. We are to be their feast.
Well, shit.
Bummer, I know.
Oh, well, fuck. So the rest of the story is just them getting slowly eaten over the course of 1,000 years?
You are slowly digested over 1,000 years. It is. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. It is the next day. They took the human whilst I slept in my chains from exhaustion. We did not speak much, but I miss them. I miss them.
I miss my Equa.
I miss home. I miss chicken tenders.
I miss Chick-fil-A.
I miss chicks.
It's the following day. I'm starving. I'm thirsty. One of the raptor men, the Dezingela, the Dezingela, comes in. They make some kind of avian clicking sound. See, they have a clicking language. I called this like from sentence one. All right, so they made some kind of avian clicking sound as they inspect me with their pearly black eyes. I shudder. They chirp at me before grabbing something above me.
What is Dinastinitas?
It's freaking Jose.
It's just the Tiki Room birds. The Tiki Room birds, all of them.
Oh my God! Oh, you're doing the Tiki Room. I was thinking of like the Jose from like the cartoon with Donald Duck and.
He would have been. Well, he would have just talked really fast in Portuguese, which I can't. I'm not even going to try. So.
Yeah, well, Jose's not the one who talks fast. He's the one with the cigar. It's the red bird.
Oh no! I mean, Panchito does also. But I mean, like when you very first see him, he's going like a mile a minute in Portuguese, and he just pauses and goes, or as you Americans say, what's cooking?
Oh man, I need to rewatch this. It's been so long.
Oh man, Three Caballeros is great. So I salute us and he goes, hey, we talked about those on Animusings. Podcast plug.
Oh, it's
podcast
almost like a
plug.
show that you should listen to.
Sorry, carry on.
No, it's fine. I'm happy to plug Animusings.
Thank you.
Listen to the episode with Bambi.
Listen to the episode with Bambi.
Bambi's a pretty good episode.
Yeah. In a sudden, swift movement, I drop to the floor, gasping, my hands released. When I look up, I see 2 more of the raptors there with long, vertical hide shields and spears. Spears of bone adorned with teeth. That's pretty metal.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's like those Makuitals that like instead of obsidian embedded in their teeth.
Yeah. I wonder like what kind of teeth. Like, do you think like they're like
What if they're all just like flat molars?
Well, that's a little bit less threatening. I mean, it's like it's a scary image, but it doesn't look like it's going to do a lot of damage.
Probably not, but you never know.
Yeah, they look down at me and show me their molars. They look down.
They show. Watch out for Bill. Bill's got one with braces on it still.
Oh no! Oh god! So they're just like, Leto, remember the tooth. Remember the tooth. The tooth. The tooth. They look down at me as the first of them grabs one of my horns. I gasp in horror. Nobody had ever done that to me before. It is a taboo among my kind. I am
instantly rock hard.
Yeah, you can only do it sexually.
Yeah.
I am dragged to my feet and pushed towards the entrance flap.
All right. Got grabbed by the horn, and now he's being pushed toward the entrance flap, you guys.
Oh, yeah. I've seen enough D&D hentai to know where this is going.
I'm brought out into blinding light. The desert.
By the way, I nominate a new worst slang for vagina: the entrance flap.
Oh.
Hey, Alan.
Yes.
Permission to declare this the new dumbest episode of UCA.
Ooh, denied.
Ah, damn it.
When the baby's coming out of it, it's the exit flap.
Okay, I approve now.
See, I knew it. I knew I could push it over the edge.
Thank you.
That's what I'm here for.
The desert sun is fierce and hot, and I blink. I'm in a small sandy clearing, surrounded with small huts. It looks like a temporary settlement. I don't remember hearing anything about such a place nearby. There's a startling number of the Dezingela around, at least 60 of them. They say things in their language. I do not understand. They grab me by my wrists and drag me to a pillar. I am roughly tied to the pillar, and the Dezingela crowd around me and in a great babbling throng. Their deep, croaking chirps feel alien in my ears. There are sharp pains in my flesh as they paw me with their talons. Their eyes belay a lack of patience and a hungering longing. I try to move away, but they only grip more with more ferocity.
A loud voice makes them pause and step back.
Hey.
A large, well-decorated individual steps into the throng.
Hey.
It's Elton John.
The bitch is back!
They bark. The others look up and begin to dissipate. The new individual looks at me with a great hunger, making eye contact as the others leave. They come up to me and, using a bone knife, cut out some of the flesh from my arm.
Ew.
Ooh, yummy.
I scream in pain, and I can smell smoke and soot. They hold the meat up behind me, and then, in horror, I freeze. Behind the pillar, something is sniffing the meat. It sounds strange, rumbling, hissing almost.
King Kong.
Like a crocodile, but yet different. So it's an alligator.
You can tell because
by
of
any other name.
I snap my eyes shut as my horns grow hot. Glad none of my people are here to see them change hue. It is a display much akin to the crying of other races.
I have never been this terrified.
Oh, man.
I really needed to milk this sentence. Because it's my only line.
But it's my only line.
It's my only line.
The blood pact.
You have entered the blood pact.
Oh boy. What do I
You
do?
must now consume Tabby.
I must consume Debbie?
No,
No,
Taffy.
I'm just, I know, I knew what he actually said, but in that voice, it also could have been Debbie.
You must consume little Debbie's.
Do you guys remember Little Debbie's?
I do remember. It is night. Throughout the day, they had scented me with oils and burnt strange-smelling herbs at my feet. My ears rang with incantations and chants. My flesh seared with fires that I am thankful I do not feel. Last, they had coated me in spices and other things. 11 herbs and spices and other things.
Oh, so like they use the KFC like spices then.
It's gator looking good.
Crocodile by any other name. This isn't my sentence, but I hope you hear it the same way I hear it in my head.
I have to get away. I need to run.
I have to get away.
I need to run away.
Right? Like I was just like that.
Yeah, I heard
that's
it.
how I heard it.
I heard it too.
I don't know why they aren't guarding me, but they tied me with a thin rope instead of chains this time. Oh, classic rookie mistake. Never tie up your food.
Dezingela? More like Desin failure.
Wow, David. I felt like you were trying that time.
I gotta try sometimes, guys.
Oh. I have been trying to pull against them all throughout the day. I make a little progress when they weren't paying attention to me. It's a good thing this rope was made out of Little Debbie's and taffy.
Yeah.
Now, I strain as hard as I can. The rope frays, and I clamp my mouth shut hard. Wait, what? Did I read that right? The rope frays, and I clamp my mouth shut hard to stop a whimper as the rope cuts into my skin.
A little bit of an awkward sentence, but I get it.
Yeah. We'll move past this.
Yeah. We got a lot more to
I'm
go.
looking at you, Alice. Alice. No. Look at me.
Hey, it's
Alice.
okay.
Alice.
No.
Alice. I got nothing. You're doing a good job. I'm
It's
enjoying
okay.
the story so far.
You can get anything you want
Listen,
at Alice's restaurant.
Spider-Man says you get one. Okay? Pass it along.
Go ask Alice.
I think she'll know.
Go ask Alice when she's done drugs. Okay. I pull harder into the cut, and soon I begin to smell singed rope. Like, what's kind of a cool like aspect of this creature, and is this a tiefling thing where like they have like heat blood or like they like steam comes out of their wounds?
I mean, probably. I'm not entirely convinced. I mean, these are like tiefling adjacent. They're like maybe they're from another dimension. I mean, we know that much at least.
Yeah, the devil dimension.
But they're
No,
like
actually,
tieflings.
this is just what Italians are like.
Haven't you ever seen an Italian get sad and blush with their horns?
Yeah.
Oh boy. I don't like the road that we're going down right here.
Said the person who said he wanted to be be derogatory about the Irish.
I'm off the record, obviously. Like,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
not funny.
That got edited out.
Yeah, that totally got edited out.
Just bleep that out,
Sorry,
David. The
I'll bleep
Irish
that out.
can't know that I harbor racist feelings towards them.
Yeah. I
And
mean,
I'm
like, I
smart
am
enough to
mostly
know-
Irish.
What
Yeah,
was
I'm
that?
also mostly Irish, which is why I'm okay with it.
He has us around to be his token Irishman.
Oh my god.
We'll court him like an Irishman.
Oh my god.
With a bit of
David, edit this whole episode out.
Yeah,
okay.
I mean, Alice might tell us to stop this shit right now.
If future David, just don't post this episode.
Just post 6 Underground.
Just run 6 Underground very quietly on a loop, but stretched out to like 300%.
Yeah, so that you don't get copyright striked.
Yeah.
See, what's funny about that song is I first heard that song when I was listening to the show, and I really fucking dig it. It's a great song.
It's really good.
And so I know like your whole backstory with this song. But like in my head, like do you have like those songs that you like know how it goes and you can like hear, like, you can kind of hear the words, but you can't put them together. So in my head, 6 Underground just sounds like, we're in house, fucking hell.
That's pretty much why I couldn't find the song for so long. Yeah, I like it's like and then my brain went overground, and I was like, "Oh shit! There's a word. I remembered a word."
There we go. I have something to work off of now. I pull harder into the cut, and soon I begin to smell singed rope.
Oh, that's good. No. Keep going. Like I appreciate what's going on here. Sorry, keep going.
Yeah. No worries. I appreciate hearing an auditory revelation. So I'm looking forward to hearing your thoughts on this. A few moments later, and the rope breaks, and I drop down to the floor. I gasp and look at my wrists. Smoke drifts from it, and it smells like a smoldering campfire. It's painful, but nothing too bad. Everything considered.
I really appreciate that little thing that we established earlier about them having ember, like hot blood or whatever, so they could just
Oh man, Alan, you definitely played bass for Hot Blood.
Yeah.
It was a good stint, actually. I look for my own path, the glittering black line that shows me the way I came. I set out to follow it as it careens across the desert, away from the camp. I do not care to hide my tracks. A wind is picking up. Though a sandstorm would spell my doom, it would also cover my tracks for me. At this stage, whilst a potential doom lies before me, certain doom lies behind me. I trudge forwards over the dunes, knee deep in the dead.
Oh, he said Dune, therefore this is a Doom fanfic.
I added knee deep in the dead because it's a Doom reference.
Usul.
I'm sorry, where are we?
We're at the next, the little page break. There's an asterisk and then there's a page break.
Gotcha. I see the town in the distance. A short trek across the dunes.
The dunes.
The storm only now beginning to whip up proper. I sigh in relief and stagger towards the tree-rimmed town. There are people in the distance. There's a sound of music from the town. The dunes are alive with the sound of music.
The dunes are alive with the sound of human sacrifice.
And I can see groups of people scouring the land around the town. The sound of shouts almost don't manage to carry through the wind.
They're looking for me.
But those weren't the only sounds. I pause. There's a faint drum beat coming from behind me and to the sides. I recognize the style of drums. I heard them before.
Rap.
I heard them before in the Dezingela camp. In a jolt of panic, I make a run for the palms outside the town. My thighs and calves strain in agony with every exertion.
And are we to assume that like steam blood is coming out of them as they're like running as well?
Probably, unless their wounds like self-cauterize.
Well, then wouldn't that make it hard to burn through the rope then?
Maybe. Well, maybe if you continue to apply enough friction to it, you could keep it going.
Also, if your wounds are like constantly self-cauterizing, like wouldn't you have like just be covered in scars?
Maybe they don't self-cauterize instantly. Like a scab, it takes time, but
sure.
I don't know.
Okay.
Sometimes you just gotta let your inner fire out.
This has been Deep Thoughts about acid blood with David and Ben.
If I had time to edit this, I would put The More You Know right here.
Oh no!
But now I don't have to because Ben did it for me.
I mean, I did the I'm a big boy now like jingle. That was not the More You Know. Because I can't remember what the sound is off the top of my head. Showering. No, not showering. Shouting. Shouting comes from behind me, along with the sound of great flapping wings. Wings! I glance back. And I see the sky. No. Fuck. All right, you know what? I'm taking this from the top. I fucked this up real
Take
bad.
it from the top. Take it from the top.
Underground. Shouts
It's
Shouting.
a little late.
I mean, like, it's not like David has to edit this like as we're recording this. Like, he's like just like
look.
angrily shifting.
Ben, just understand that I live my life like I please. Too much. I'll take whatever you're giving. Not enough. Overground.
That would be great if I actually knew that those were the lyrics to Six Underground. Okay, shouting comes from behind me, along with the sound of great flapping wings. I glance back, and in the sky, I see several winged shapes through the sand whipping up. Dude, I fucking nailed it this time!
Beautiful.
Yeah, I run harder, and I hear. Oh no, I fucked it up, again. I run harder. No, sorry, what?
Never mind. Keep going.
Okay, now you fucked me up. I run harder, and I hear strange hissing, crowing sounds. Ah! Glancing back again, I see them at last. Great crimson beasts flit above me in the sky, circling. Sorry, the Emperor like took over there for a little bit.
Do it. Do it. Wing him to death.
Their wings are leathery and membranous. Is it membranous or
Membranous?
Yeah.
Membranous. It's a good word. That's really cool. Like a bat's. Their skin is scaly and reddish brown. Their necks long with jagged, toothed beaks at the end and tooth sticks and narrow eyes. Kongamato! Desert traders have spoken about these voracious, leathery predators before in passing, but none believed they were real.
It used to play bass for the leathery predators.
I'm still not sure what this world is.
Listen, I used to play bass for Kongamato.
Nice.
We should do a concert together sometime.
Yeah, double bill.
Yeah, double bill. Kongamato and
of the leathery predators.
Double tooth bill, because these guys have toothed beaks. I've given up.
You're
I think.
betrayal.
Hey,
the story.
Hey, everyone listening! You just heard a soul escape a human body.
That reminds me of. That reminds me of the back when I did 2020 gaming with my friend Sean, which you can still watch on YouTube if for all y'all out there who
you can still hear the sound of me playing Sonic Heroes on there.
Yeah, well, you can watch that too. But like, there was like an episode where I came out swinging and then I gave up so fast. I can't tell you which episode it is. So maybe I'll find it sometime and send it just to David for a laugh. But like, I came out going, "Hey everyone, how's it? Fucking fuck it." I don't.
Well, we're plugging our Let's Plays. Drunken Pirate Gaming Nights episode where we're playing one of the games, and on a loading screen that just straight up just show a big picture of Chris Benoit.
Wow.
In a panic, you just hear me go, kittens, edited some kittens.
Can I admit that for the longest time I didn't know that you pronounced I never saw Chris Benoit's name spelled out, so I thought his name was Crispin Wa.
Oh man.
I was really hoping you were going to say that you thought his name was Chris Benoit.
Chris Benoit. I just thought it was.
I am Chris Benoit.
And all I kept thinking to myself was, what kind of first name is Crispin?
Well, Crispin Glover.
Yeah.
I let out a scream as they swooped down. I fall into the sand instinctively, dodging their open mouths. Their teeth are terrifying to look at, all spiking out like that. They look as if they are trying to nick me with their teeth rather than bite me completely. Are they trying to tire me out from blood loss like painted dogs? I drag myself to my feet and run again, shouting and running with desperation for the town. I see the small search parties turning to me and making in my direction. That really threw me. With horror from the sides, I see Dezingela emerge from between the dunes. Well, this is a fine kettle of fish.
They said dune again. Take a shot.
Also, go back and take shots for the other times they said dude.
Yeah, this drinking game that we just established.
Yeah.
The incredibly
You're not
late
liable
night
for
drinking
anything
game.
that happens to you.
I stop and try and yell a warning.
Warning!
Hey, guys! But the Dezingela are closing in, and then they leap. They leap so far!
So far away.
They must have jumped 30 feet across to land with great viciousness upon the parties.
I love that sentence. They must have jumped 30 feet because the land with great viciousness is the greatest. Like,
Land with great viciousness. I mean, that's it's pretty metal.
yeah, I feel like that should be the name of an album. To land with great viciousness.
Oh man.
Sorry.
Like, that
sorry.
almost sound like, I swear that sounds like something that like Andrew Jackson said in the middle of a battle. To land with great viciousness.
I too well from here, but it's a massacre. The lines I can see from here, I know some of those people. One of the lines emboldens, red, before it fades away, and I gasp, knowing they died. I see a flare of flame as their spirit bursts, shedding their mortal shell. The berserk spirit.
That is an awesome sentence.
Yeah.
Nice.
The berserk spirit will kill everything near it before it dissipates.
Wait, what?
Good band name,
Yeah.
Berserk Spirit.
Yeah, it's pretty rad. A cascade of fire jets into the air as the rest soon follow. The death throes of my kind. As I stare, I hear flapping again, and I run. I don't get far. A sharp pain in my shoulder. Teeth like a gorse bush raking my flesh. A weight upon me. I yelp and collapse. Claws or talons digging into my back. All I can feel on my face is sand, pushing into my eyes, forcing them shut. I begin to shiver and twitch, and I inhale a mouthful of sand. Coughing, I realize I'm going into shock.
I almost don't know what's happening. A weight lifts off again, but I cannot move. I do not know why. A hand grips my shoulder.
Am I saved? Did the townsfolk beat the Kongamoto back? Kongamoto? Tomato? Congo Bongo.
Nah, dude.
I gasp as I'm rolled over. The decorated Dezingela from before is standing above me. Their hands are bloody. And now I have you to myself. I made that last part up. That they did not write that.
Me.
Your town's pitiful militia will be no match for the horns of the Dezingela. Your home, doomed. Your family, doomed. And you, doomed even more so. You know this already. Can you not feel that seeping numbness?
I try and speak, but I can't. They are talking in my head, like the person from before. But how? But they are right. I can no longer feel the pain. I'm stuck between pain and panic. Somewhere in the middle, both are there, but I cannot feel it. My body keeps twitching, but I don't feel what's causing it. My palms are sweaty, my knees weak, arms are heavy.
Mom spaghetti, yeah.
Okay, we can check all the boxes in this episode, everybody. Memes are coming thick and fast. Turkey vultures.
That's the Kongamoto toxin. It blossoms like a flower within you now. Your end has come. Your sight will now belong to us.
Oh, so people, they get the powers of people they just eat.
Holy shit, this is just a race of cassowaries that are basically also Kirby.
Dude, so all of your...
They're Kerbawaries! Oh! We've created the perfect monster!
You never stopped to ask if we should. You just did it. You blew it all up.
You blew it all up, damn you.
I try and reply, but only a rasping whimper escapes my lisp. Jesus. But only a rasping whimper escapes my lips. More Dezingela arrive. The Kongamoto with bloody teeth and claws lands next to the decorated one. The others look disappointed somewhat. The individual turns to the others.
So we kind of switched up the order here. Should I take this or David? Did
No, you go ahead and take it.
Okay. Also, I keep like I'm imagining like this like cassowary like monster like has the voice of the Arbiter. So like freaking dude, I'm so pissed at myself that I'm forgetting his name right now, because right now what's coming to mind is his name from The Thing, Childs. You know, do you know who I'm talking about?
No, I'm sorry. My brain is turning into clam chowder.
He also played the president on Rick and Morty. Keith David. It's Keith David.
Oh, how the fuck did I not know that?
Right? Come on, Keith David. He's the best.
He's like, I've gone on record to say that if I don't want to marry Keith David, I just want to marry his voice.
I'll marry Keith David. He's a suave, charming gentleman.
He sure
I'll
is.
suck Keith David's dick right in front of the both of you.
I mean, I'm here for it.
Cool. We'll be your friends on the other side while you do that.
My beast caught the child. The prize is mine.
Hey, not bad.
Yeah, that was my closest Keith David.
It was somewhere between. It was closer to Keith David, but there's a little bit of James Earl Jones. But that's.
This is CNN.
There is a hissing from the raptor men, but this one crows at them in a croaking hiss, and they quieten.
We're quietin'. I am Moses. Quietin'.
All right, bro. You know how this works. Do not think that because I gained success in the hunt last that I am somehow ineligible. Child is mine. Town is yours. Now go. I am hungry.
With that, he turns to me, and kneeling beside my unresponsive body, they reach down. Something flits across my torso, tracing down to my hip across my body. It feels like a feather's touch, gliding with gentle grace. Well, I mean like a bird's touching you, gliding with gentle grace. Something hot and slippery lands in my splayed hand. My vision becomes blurred as the raptor lifts their head up with a chunk of flesh in their beak and swallows. I'm a bird!
I'm trying to think how to best deliver this next line. They cut me open. Those fucking assholes.
You shot me!
And now I'm going to kill you.
And now...
I'm sinking? No, it only feels like I am. Somehow, I managed to turn my head.
In my hand, in my hand rests something I do not recognize, billowing with smoke. I blink, and before my vision completely goes, I realize what I am seeing.
I'm holding my intestines.
Ooh, kinky. Oh, yeah.
All is black now. What was that laugh? Sorry.
I don't know.
All is black now. I hear the tearing of flesh and a chanting, an incantation somewhere in the distance. The toxin in me is lulling, dragging me to an endless sleep.
I mean, like, yeah, they're eating you.
And then they're going to eat me. Oh my God.
I don't know how this came out on your end, but like we did that perfectly in sync on my end.
I hope it turns out that way in the recording, but we'll see.
Yeah.
This is going to be the most slapdash episode, I swear to God.
Yeah.
I want that now more than anything.
Let it end. End my torment. Oh, interesting.
I wake. The sun is blistering. I have not been sleeping, but I was elsewhere. The sand is hot under my feet, burning, but I pay it no mind. The dunes are flitting by in a breeze. Before me is a group of strings of glittering black, but one in particular has my attention. I am following it at breakneck speed. There are voices around me, but I am alone. I do not understand their tongue. One last dune before me slides away under my pace, and I halt, gazing down at a caravan traveling through the dunes. It appeared to be a traveling group of elves, tall and graceful. I see where the line I was following in particular. I see where it ends. There is a young elven child, sitting on the back of one of the wagons. Across the dunes, I see raptor men approaching. They encircle the caravan, unseen from above on top of the dunes. I realize now.
That child is the next prey of the Dezingela.
And me? I'm only a memory. Dun dun dun.
That last line, like, it almost feels like one of like the titles that would appear at the end of Cowboy Bebop.
Oh, I'm only a memory. See you, Space
like,
Cowboy.
Or yeah, like Spike Spiegel, like, and me, I'm only a memory.
Da-na-na-na-na-na.
Yeah.
So yeah, this was good.
This was I enjoyed this. I think there's a lot of ideas going on here. It's definitely I mean, I thought it was like sci-fi at first. It's definitely more of like a weird fantasy thing. I mean, it's got orcs, elves, pseudo tieflings,
it's like
straight up
like
tieflings.
Fantasy, like it's like a fantasy setting with like Donnie Darko sort of elements to it.
Yeah, there's a lot of world building stuff, but like some of it like doesn't go.
There's Kerbawaries.
The Kerbawaries are great. The burning the fact that this species bleeds smoke and heat instead of blood is kind of neat.
Yeah.
I like that became an important plot detail at one point. Yeah. I think there's certain places where they start to touch on some subjects, and I go like, oh yeah, they're from another dimension and they're in here, and I'm like, but I thought that was going to be a bigger role, but it's just kind of glossed over. I don't know. I'm a little thrown, but
to me, like the one of the kind of incongruous aspects to me is that like, so we have the again like this whole like kind of Donnie Darko kind of fantasy element where like the paths of all beings, I guess, and but like it's also got like you know D&D or Lord of the Rings like fantasy characters,
right?
Like elves and orcs. And possibly tieflings, if that's what this creature is supposed to be.
Well, I was thinking tieflings. They said these are like our origins lie elsewhere. These could, you know, if we're going with D&D logic, these could be, or other like high fantasy role playing game logic. These are maybe refugees from another plane of existence. Like they could be natives to a plane of fire or whatever.
Yeah. Well, I feel like it almost should have been not like have like those like traditional fantasy characters, because I kind of liked all like the more original stuff more than having like the orcs and elves, because like that kind of threw me off the trail of where this story was going. I was like, wait, orcs?
Yeah. But I mean, we were joking about them being tieflings, but then when they mentioned orcs, I'm like, okay, now they're definitely tieflings. But then, you know, like,
yeah.
I don't know
what
the author intended, but
like, are there any like D&D like cassowary lizards?
No, but there could be.
Yeah, I mean, like, I gotta give Alice props on like these creative animals. Like, I don't know if they're based off of anything that I'm not aware of, but like they're pretty rad, and I've never heard of like creatures that are quite like this.
Yeah, I like the idea that I do like the idea that the Dezingela are like looking around for people who have unique gifts specifically, so they can like find them, eat them, and then make themselves collectively better, I guess.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure.
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
I wasn't sure what the ritualistic part. They're a little incompetent because it's like, oh, we didn't use chains this time, we used ropes.
Yeah, that
like,
just seemed convenient.
But you know, I think it worked out. I feel like there's some places where this definitely could be tightened up a little bit in terms of the storytelling, but like I think the idea is really cool, and I think for the most part the writing, like there's a consistent voice through the whole thing, and I dig that. Yeah. I just think that I think it should zero in a little more on the stuff that's really interesting and keep the consistency going. Because at the end, you suddenly got these like big razor-toothed birds that we don't know much about, and I was like, whoa, okay. But then again, a lot of this could be colored by the fact that it's like now midnight, and I'm just anticipating having to immediately dive into setting this up for immediate redistribution. So any other thoughts though? I mean, like I feel like I've been hogging a lot of the floor for this one, so
you're fine.
Oh no, this was really good.
For me in particular, the other bit that I would either trim or like rework is the you know, like kind of like the like kind of like the torture elements of like ripping the body apart and stuff, because it I mean, I don't know, like it takes up a lot of like the story, and I don't like, I mean, I don't know if it's like something where I was like I don't like it because like that's gross. or if it's something where it's like, it's not like, you know, it's just like kind of like extra elements we don't need.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I said, I just I'm with you. I feel like just in a few places there could be some superfluous bits that could be trimmed down, made a little bit more punchy, you know. But that's just a suggestion. I think Alice is working with a lot of really cool stuff here. So yeah.
Good job.
So,
good job, Alice.
Yeah, I wanna say that for freshness ratings, I will give this a big ol' Dezingela feast of line person out of
taking time. It's all right. We have all night for you to edit this.
I will give this. That's my freshness rating. I'm gonna commit to that. The sound of my soul slowly dying.
his soul evaporating and being devoured by cassowaries.
I will give this 3 toes in the dirt, in the mud, out of your horn ringing after you knock it on a wall.
Nice.
There you go.
Nailed it.
I will give this a why don't lobsters share out of a possible because they are shellfish. Sorry, there's a lot of Laffy Taffy around, and I'm just reading jokes.
Oh man, those classic Area 51 taffy rappers.
Wait, shut up.
Oh, I mean, there's no taffy at Area 51 if that's what you're thinking. I give this an extra large jumbo pepperoni pizza with Laffy Taffy toppings and Laffy Taffy filled crust out of a possible 3 pepperonis.
Wow.
It's a lot of pepperonis.
Yeah. I just wanted to say pepperoni pizza because that sounded funny in my head.
It's a good line. It's a good bit. Glad it came out of your head and then out of your mouth and into the world.
Like an egg.
Like an egg.
Out of a
damn episode.
Out of a flap, the flap thing that we talked about earlier.
So if you'd like to submit a story for us to read on Undercooked Analysis, you can email it to us at midnightmarinara@gmail.com. We will read it and give it hopefully a much more focused treatment. Alice, thank you, and we all apologize very sincerely, although I do want to thank Alan and Ben for being here to be part of this one. My fantastic co-hosts and just generally cool people all around. Known them for years. Great.
You're the best.
Aw, no, I'm not.
Good evening, intrepid listeners. This is the Pasta Shade, the host of Midnight Marinara, and this podcast is part of CreativeHorror.com, a network of podcasts and creators working together to build a constructive community of horror fans. For more content like this, visit us at CreativeHorror.com.